Hello everyone, Parallel here, and welcome to Star Trek Online. As you can see, Q is back. He is here again for his winter shenanigans. In this video, I'm going to be checking out the Q's Winter Wonderland event that is going on right now. So what I'd like to do is go through all of the little mini games and activities that take place in Q's Winter Wonderland and see what they're all about. I'd also like to take a look. There's several different currencies that you can get from these events. So I'd like to take a look at the rewards and what you can get, and actually try to participate in all of these events and get an idea of what is involved. I've done most of these, but there are some new ones this year, and a few of them I'm not very familiar with. So yeah, I'd like to give those a try and see what they're actually all about. All right, so let's start out here. And as you can see, if you'd like to participate in Q's Winter Wonderland, all you have to do is head to Earth Space Dock or any of the other capital cities and come talk to Q. There's even a, if you pull up your journal, there's actually a transwarp you can do. So you can see here in the events on the left-hand side here, you click on Q's Winter Wonderland and you can actually transwarp here. That is actually quite handy. So for the entire duration of this event, you have a free transwarp to your respective capital city, depending on what faction you are. And this does not activate your transwarp cooldown, so you can use it anytime. That's quite handy. So yeah, and since there's also a featured episode going on right now, you could transwarp there and transwarp right back to Earth Space Dock. That's quite handy. All right, so once you find Q in the Earth Space Dock, all you have to do is talk to him. Just make sure you don't talk back to Q, because he does this to you. Well, you turned me into a Davidian. That's interesting. I don't know if I've been this one before. But yes, you can if you talk back to him, he does have the habit of turning you into a random creature. But yeah, there are quite a few little fun ones. I don't even know if I've seen them all yet. But let's go ahead and head into Q's Winter Wonderland. Now this is actually my Delta Recruit character who has not actually been here before. So the one thing you can do when you first arrive here, you will see there is actually a tutorial on how to come over here and talk to Q. If this is the first time zoning in, it might actually pop up. Yeah, here you go. So you talk to Q, and it'll take you through a really quick tutorial, and it'll show you how to get into how to basically activate the event project on your character. You will definitely want to do this, because this is how you will get the event ship for this year. And it also does something else very important. It unlocks the event store for you as well. So let's just quickly go through this tutorial. You can see here are my active projects. You can click on it and you'll see there's a new project here. And you can select, so this is the project you need to do to start the event. So unlock the winter event prize vendor. Select that. All you need is one ornament, and I believe it even just gives it to you right away. I have a bunch here because I transferred them all over to this character, but all you need is one of these, and they actually give you one as part of this quest. So you just need to do that. That completes the project, and there you go. And you can see it immediately unlocks the project here to claim your Breen Razarath Dreadnought cruiser. I just did a video on how to acquire this cruiser. I might quickly go through it again here, but if you are curious, what you need to do is get these winter prize vouchers, and if you're curious about how to get those, you can watch my previous video which goes over it. But yeah, since I do want to participate in all the events here, I might actually go through it again in this video, depending on how the timing of the events works out. If I need to fill some time in between events, I will go ahead and do this. Alright, so that's how you get started with the event, and in addition to getting this project, this is also very important. It also unlocks the winter store for you. Now, there's actually a vendor in this area here near Q, but you can actually access the same vendor right through your event tab. So when you go to your event tab and go to store, you will see now, if you completed that project, you'll see there's actually the winter event store is now available to you. So you can see everything is here. These are all the items you can get from the winter event. This is the same thing you can get from the winter vendor. The winter vendor is just a little ways over here. Just a little Ferengi over here. But you can see it's the exact same store, and it's nice because now you can access that from your character, right from the reputation tab. Just go to the events and then store. And this is actually very nice because this tab is here all year round. Once you've unlocked this, you can access it anytime.
Man can hear profit in the wind.
As you can see, the summer event is still here as well. So, and this is also the same place you go to unlock your, or to claim your account unlocks that you've gotten. So the previous ships that you've earned are all here. And also, once you've claimed the Breen Resurrect Dreadnought, you'll be able to come here and this should be, once it's unlocked, it'll be here and you're available in your account rewards, and then on your alts, you should be able to log in and claim this right directly on your alts, which is very nice. That's something they've been, Cryptic has changed that recently about the events since the last summer event now. You don't need to run this on multiple characters, you just need to run it on one, and then you'll be able to claim it through here, this account reclaims tab in the event store on all of your alts.
Peace is good for business.
So let's see here. Now, if you're wondering all the events you can participate in, up in the upper right here next to your mini-map is a little, you mouse over it and it will expand and show you all of the events that are going on, and it gives you a timing for each one as well. Very handy so you know what is coming up. And I can see here, it looks like Tides of Ice is running right now, so the next one is the competitive race, and this is actually one that I've never done before, so I'll have to curious to see how that goes. But I will be participating in that in a few minutes' time. Until then, what I want to do is, since this is my Delta Recruit, I haven't actually been to the holiday store here on this character, and I haven't ever claimed anything before on her. So
I have winter items for a bargain.
First thing I'd like to do, and I recommend you do this as well, is to buy one of these weapons, one of these snowball weapons. These weapons will very greatly enhance your ability to go through these events and participate a lot more and help them succeed. So definitely pick up one of these. Now you can see they do cost these currencies. They're not very expensive. It doesn't take that long to just get, like, you have to get 8 of the common ones and 5 of the 2 uncommon ones. It doesn't take that long. Just participate in a few events and save up and get a snowball gun. There are several ones to choose from. They're all pretty good. My personal favorite is the Flurry, which acts like a full auto rifle. And I particularly like the cone, the second trigger cone effect, which
can hear profit in the wind.
Which seems to be very effective against the snowman. I think Hail is a dual pistol. I think that also is a cone effect, which is also another very good one. Actually, I've never tried Hail. I might actually try that. There are, of course, if you can, all of these weapons mirror different types of weapons, like, pulse waves and whatnot. I'm going to try Hail, actually. I want to see if this one's any good. This is the dual pistol one, which also I believe has a cone effect. There's also this new one, the Caramel Assault, which is a pretty decent one. It's a little bit slower firing, but the second trigger is a nice AoE explosion. So I guess one thing I should explain right off the bat is there are several different types of currencies. You can see to buy things from this holiday vendor, you need these currencies here, and you can see I have a collection of them right here in my inventory. Let me move them down here. So there's 2 uncommon ones, and then 4 common ones, just like this. There's lots of different ways to get these. In fact, almost all of these events that you participate in give these as rewards. These only allow you to buy things from the vendor. That's it. These do not help you get the ship, and these do not help you get the Epos if you want to get an Epo pet. But it does help you get everything in the store, including like the kit modules, if you want the warp cores, or the new engineering space bridge officer power. All of those you get with these currencies. So they are good to farm up. You can also, they're also what you need to get the guns. Oh yeah, and I also wanted to try... I kind of wanted to try these explosive gumdrops. I also wanted to try some of these other ones. These are new this year. Creates a snowman defense useful for completing tides of ice. Creates a snowman defense useful. Shaved ice turret. So a lot of these are really good for completing the Tides of Ice event. That is for sure. The Tides of Ice event, when I go into that one, you will see that these are quite useful. I'm going to try this gateway one. Why don't we give this a try?
In the wind.
I get the feeling it might be creates a save ice to damage snowmen in a continuous beam. I get the feeling this is just like the new solar gateway ability, but for snow. So this might be really cool. I'm going to go ahead and get that. And I also like the, where's the gingerbread men squad? It's also pretty good. I like that one. Alright, so let's go ahead and deck ourselves out in these snow abilities here. Let's put gingerbread squad in here. Let's get the solar gateway in here, and let's get the gumdrops in here. Let's put them down here in our hotbar. Explosives. Let's put that one there. Let's put that one there. And let's put gingerbread here.
A wise man can hear profit in the wind.
Alright, so far so good. So that's one of the currencies. You get these for most of the events that you participate in. You get these as rewards. Now there is one other currency here. If you want to get these Epo pets, you have to come over to this Vulcan over here, and you have to complete this mission here to raise an Epo.
Don't you want an Epo friend?
What you need to do this is you need 5 of these winter Epo tags. And you can get these... you get these, I believe, through the competitive race, which is what I'm about to do, so I can confirm that in just a moment. But you get those through the competitive race, and then you come here, and then you can raise your Epos. So if you want an Epo pet, that's what you'll want to do. The competitive race. So the competitive race does that. Most of the events give you these currencies. And then the other currency you can, of course, get is this one over here, which is the fastest game on ice. This is the currency that actually lets you get the starship. To complete the Starship project. It gives these ones up here. I'm going to mouse over the winter prize vouchers. You get 40 of them per day for this quest. And that is the little ice race that you have to do. So those are kind of the 3 different types of currencies I get. You got your Epo tags. You've got your components here. These 6 different components for buying from the vendor. And then you've got your daily currency over here for completing the Starship project, which you'll have to, it takes 25 days to complete. Alright, so there it goes. Now, okay, that's the fastest game on ice. I'm not going to do that right now. I want to head over to wherever the competitive race is, and I believe it's up here. Yeah, I believe it's up on a hill. And this is one that I've actually never done before, because I've never really been interested in getting Epo pets. But let's give it a try, see how it goes. It looks like there's some people here. I don't know if this is just a running race. So we'll see how this goes. It begins in 1 minute. Now, if you've watched my previous video, one thing that you should probably be aware of that's a little bit of a trick. Ooh, is this, do I have to talk to this guy? Race official. When does the race start? How to participate? What are the rewards? You will win Epo tags. Yep. Okay, so that's right. You win your Epo tags, and there's different amounts you can get depending on how well you place in the event. So there you go. But one trick is when you're sliding around on the ice like this, and you want to turn, you jump. That will stop your slide. Let me do that again here. So you're running, and you want to stop your slide, just jump, and you'll immediately stop your slide. That is very useful when you're on any of these ice, any of the ice races, in particular the one you have to do for the daily event. It's very helpful for that one as well. So we've got 25 seconds here. It looks like there's another race, so they have 2 of these races in a row. So we'll give it 2 tries. We'll see how we go in this race. If we place well enough to actually get a reward or not. Is there actually a quest here I need to get? I remember in the summer race you had to actually get a quest, because at the end there's like a flag waiting for a race. Oh, join the race. Here we go. Okay, so I guess that's all you had to do. Cool. So let's I have no idea when this race is going to... Okay, here we go. 40 seconds left. You can see this guy over here has the Lurpa Lollipop weapon. That's the caramel gun there. And this person. It is actually a pretty cool looking. They did a nice detailed job on that weapon just for a winter event. But all right, this race is about to start. Let's see how this goes. Do I need to talk to this guy? No. Hopefully that's just when... I see the green circle here. Hopefully that's just when you complete the race. All right, here we go. 2 seconds. 1. And... on your mark, get set. Go. Here we go, here we go. Let's jump. Oh, crap. Oh, Lurpa Man's way out in front. Oh, a lot of these people know the jump trick. Uh-oh, this is going to be tough. Whee! Oh, Lurpa Man is smoking us. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, I'm in second place. How the heck is Lurpa Man going so fast? Holy cow. Oh, I wonder if, I know there's a trait that increases your run speed. I wonder if that works. Grab second place. Did that work? Was that it? Luna took second place. Woohoo! Yay, second place. Alright, so let's see what we get from that. Did I actually get it? Oh, I did. I thought I had to turn it in somewhere, but apparently not. So there, for second place, I won 6 Winter Epo tags. So let's go ahead and go over here and... where's the Vulcan lady? Actually, she's over here. Alright, let's go over here. And so here is the DOF mission. And yes, it looks like I can do it. So let's select it. Oh, yeah, he's good. Okay, in progress. Alright, so there we go. Did it take all 6? Maybe it took all 6. Was I reading that wrong? I thought it only took 5. But okay, so it took all 6 of my Epo tags. And the result is a special item. I believe that gives you... I don't know if it gives you like an Epo egg, because there's these other quests here. Yeah, like raise an Epo. Oh, okay. Maybe it gives you... It gives you a certain type of Epo, and then you can raise it. Kind of reminds me like the in the summer event how you can raise the monkeys or the birds.
I have winter items for
Probably works very similar to that, I'm assuming. Alright, so far so good. So we did that. Speaking of DOF missions, you will definitely want to do these DOF missions. So when you come into the Q event area, go to current map in your duty officer tab, go to current map. You can see there's all of these blue DOF missions. Definitely do these. Log in all of your characters. If you have alts, it's very good to do these on your alts because these currency items can be transferred. They're only, I believe they're actually, I mean, you might even be able to sell these on the, I don't think they're bound at all, so I think you can even sell them on the exchange. So you definitely want to pick these up. Each one of these gives you basically kind of two random materials. and they also give you 125 dilithium, which is really good. So like I said, definitely log in, even if you just log in all of your alts real quick and just queue up these DOF missions. You can get, a good 500-ish dilithium, simple, and also stock up on a lot of these materials. This is actually very nice. Honestly, this is why I never ended up grinding all these other mini games very much, is because I have so many alts that I just queue up these missions every day, and as you can see here, I have tons of materials. So I'm going to go ahead and queue these up on this character. It can vary. There's not always 4 available. I've seen anywhere from 1 to 4, and even sometimes more than 4 available. There is a little bit of randomness to it, but it's definitely worth it logging in all of your alts to queue those up at least once a day. That's usually what I do, and then you can stock up on those materials for the vendor, and it'll save you a lot of having to farm all the mini games.
Good for business.
All right, so the next competitive race starts in a minute, but I just did that one, and instead of doing that again, I think what I'm going to go ahead and do here is run the daily race, which is the fastest game on ice. Go ahead and do that, and then after that, so in 8 minutes will be the next thing, which is Snowball Fight. Okay. I think Snowball Fight is the kind of open zone event that everyone can participate in. Yep. And so once you get so this is the fastest game on ice event. Once you talk to him up there and get the quest, you want to come down here and talk to the race official. Talk to him, he will transport you down to the track, and he'll transport in your opponent, which is usually pretty random. It can be a random NPC. And as you can see there, I started running right away, even before the starting gun fired, and you can do that. There's like no false starts or anything like that. And as I explained also this in my last video, if you check out my previous video, I explained basically how to do this, but it's very easy to do if you just use the jump trick, or also the roll if you use one of your roll command. That will also stop your slide. So I've practiced this a few times since yesterday, and I'm already getting a little bit more efficient at it. If you, as you're sprinting, you can build up some momentum and then turn, and while you're sliding, you can face the direction you want to go. You can see there's my Breen opponent. He's hot on my heels. You just want to jump, before you reach the edge of the track. If you go too much farther outside of the track, beyond these little lamps that kind of outline the track, if you go beyond that, you can be disqualified. So just use your jump to stay within the track and not slide off, and make your turn each time you jump. Line up for a nice straight line. Try to get as much straight line, straightforward direction as much as you can, so you don't have to worry about sliding. If the longer you can stretch out your run in a straight line, you actually pick up a lot of momentum, because believe it or not, when you sprint on the ice, it does increase your forward momentum. It's just that you can't turn very well. So there, as you can see, no problem. The Breen's not even close. And there's the end of the track. So just do that like I did, and you will very easily be able to complete this race each day. Yep, you'll be able to complete that no problem at all, and you just come back to the Breen up here and turn it in, and you will get your 40 winter prize vouchers. You can only do that once per day. And so that means it takes 25 days, because you see here the project here is actually 1,000 of those vouchers. So there you go. So let's see, we've got 3 minutes left on the competitive race that's going on right now. Looks like people are just finishing, it looks like. They're coming off the finish line there. Next thing is the Snowball Fight, which I think is just in the open zone. Next after that is Cones of Conduct. I think that is the new event this year with the Snow-conian. I'm not very familiar with that one. Or I'm not familiar at all with that one because it's new this year. I haven't done it yet. And then finally is the Tides of Ice. Tides of Ice is actually, that's one I did actually farm quite a bit. The first year I did this, last year, I farmed Tides of Ice to get most of my materials, at least for starting off. That helped quite a bit. And so I am pretty familiar with that one. There is actually one other event here, and it's right over here. This is the Winter Invasion. You can actually do it from here. It just joins. Oh, I didn't want to do that actually. Or you can just access it from your queue. See, it's right here. I'm going to leave this for now because I want to participate in the snowball fight, which starts in 4 minutes. I think after the snowball fight, I probably will have time to go ahead and do this queue because the snowball fight usually doesn't take too long, and then we'll have a little bit of time before Cones of Conduct starts. So I'll go ahead and do the Winter Invasion in between then. But again, snowball fight with a Winter Invasion, Cones of Conduct, all of those, most of these events all grant you the vendor currency. They don't, they don't get you the Epo tags, and they don't get you the daily currency you need for the ship.
Peace is good for business.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the vendor here while we're waiting for the next event. So there are actually quite a few new items this year. I'll go back up just a little bit here. The first thing that's new is these, there's a few new cosmetic items. For all of you people out there who like Space Barbie, there are some pretty cool winter jackets you can get. Looks like they're basically the same as the previous years, just slightly different colors. You've got your, there's the long version, the short version, and then the cropped version. And they come in the two colors, the sugar plum and then the gumdrop, so basically pink and purple. So those are cool if you want to get them. Again, they're not terribly expensive as far as the vendor currency goes.
For a bargain.
You've got all the guns, and the new ones this year is the Caramel Assault, the Candy Cane Batleth, and the Lollipop Lurpa. As far as the melee weapons go, you might want to get them for fun, but for actually completing the events, I don't know that they'd be that great. There's a lot of snowmen you have to take out quickly, so the ranged weapons are probably a lot better for that. But you can still get these for fun. I did actually buy these in my previous video if you want to see what they look like graphics-wise. You can check my previous video out. And then there's all of the other previous year guns that you can get, and which I'm going to be trying out the dual pistol version, which is Hail. And I also would definitely recommend Flurry. Both of these have like a cone-shaped AoE as their secondary trigger, which is very, very good. Oh, snowball fights beginning in 1 minute.
Dude is a genius.
Let's just take a quick look here. There are a few more Batleths, the glowing Batleths that you can get. Last year they had the green one, but this year they've also added a blue and a red. And same as the Lurpas. They got a blue and the red Lurpa now. They have these cool new abilities here. These are actually, you have to equip these as devices, basically. And so I'll be checking these out as we're going through, particularly Tides of Ice, I think is when these will be the most useful. And then finally, we'll take a look at the kit modules. I think after this next event, we'll take a look at the kit modules and then the pets and the warp core and the space items, the new bridge officer ability. I'm actually curious to see how the bridge officer ability is. I have not tried it out yet. But it's basically, sounds like a pretty decent ability. It is an engineering ability that does, looks like exotic damage and scales off your particle gen, so it might be something good. And there is this few snowmen. If there's no events going on, you can go around. I believe there is an accolade related to these, viewing all the snowmen, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if there's any other awards. It might just be an accolade. There are some accolades in this area, in this zone, you can get for participating in the various events. I've never really been interested in those. I don't believe they give any stats or anything. But if you are interested in accolades, check out the wiki page. It does have a really good guide for how to get the different accolades. For now, I'm just going to wait for the snowball fight to begin. And let's see, I've got my gumdrop explosives. I've got my shaved ice gateway. Let's try the secondary trigger here. There you go. Makes short work of these. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, I'm getting surrounded quick. Oh man, they already froze me. So, yeah, you don't exactly die in the winter event, but when your health reaches 0, you get frozen for like a long time. It's incredibly annoying. So you can see, oh man, this is going real quick. There must be a lot of people here. There you go. So the pistols are actually very nice as well. It looks like they might have a slightly shorter range than the flurry, perhaps. I could be wrong about that. But they definitely, even just one trigger pull will one-shot a snowman, which I like. Because it shoots out 3 shots, and that's enough to kill a snowman. Very handy. The secondary trigger also will completely destroy, you know, pretty much one-shot any of the snowmen in your frontal arc. All right. You can see that person's shooting the hot caramel gun, which is actually a decent gun, but it shoots a lot slower, I noticed. So it doesn't take out the little snowmen quite as quickly as the flurry or the hail, because it takes 2 full shots and the shots are kind of slow. So I still do prefer this. All right, here is the snowman. Let's put a shaved ice gateway on him. Is that it? Is that it over there? Shaved ice gateway, yep. It's shooting like rainbow sparkles on him, I guess. Here, we have some gumdrop mines. Oh no, I'm stuck. Gumdrop mines, get him. Oh, he's already dead. As you can see, there's my gumdrop mine. But unfortunately, you have to click it again? Oh, you do? Okay, so it's like a... not the transphasic. Is it transphasic? What am I thinking of? The engineering ability. That transphasic bomb, I think? You have to click it again to detonate it. I'll have to remember that. But you can see here are the rewards that I got. You get, you know, basically, like I said, some of these vendor currencies. So you got a couple of the uncommon ones and 1 common one. So yeah, you could do that. It's over very quickly. As you can see, there's 11 minutes remaining, so that one's quick to do, although I'd say those rewards are not the best, I would say. It's hard to even participate in that sometimes. Sometimes that the big snow boss in the middle dies so quickly that you don't even get a chance. But yeah, while we're waiting for the next one, let's go ahead and head into the winter invasion. Why? Oh, there we go. Join the winter invasion. There we go. Like I said, you can do it from here. You can actually do queue up from anywhere. It is here in your queue.
I have winter items for a
Let's see what it says
bargain.
here. Cold-hearted snowmen are attacking gingerbread colony. Team up and rescue Q's tasty colonists and recover their recipes. Okay. Now this one, I think I've only done this once before, so you have to forgive me if I don't remember how this goes very well. And I don't remember the rewards very well either. So.
Welcome to the gingerbread colony! You've arrived just in time. The sugar-hating snowmen are on their way. Several members of our town council are still trapped in the village. If you could rescue them and beam them back to my house, we can start giving those cold-hearted snowmen their just desserts.
Sure thing, Major Truffles.
Snowballs snowballs and snow guns are the only weapons that will work in Gingerbread Colony. So if you don't have a snow gun handy, take a moment to stock up on snowballs. The
Good
baker
tip.
known as Q likes to drop presents and candy throughout our village. As a reward for assisting us, you are welcome to keep any presents or candy you find.
Alright, so we've got to repel the snowmen, help the injured gingerbread men, and transport gingerbread councilmen to safety. Let's use some gingerbread men here. Oop, I see a oh. There's my gingerbread defenders. Oh, here. Is this a guy? I thought you had to, click on them, but apparently not. Or are these the guys you gotta click on? Yep. Okay, there we go. Those are the gingerbread colonists. Yep, if you give yourself a decent snow gun, you can plow right through these, no problem. Yeah, as you can see, the cone secondary fire is so nice. It pretty much one-shots everything in the cone area, and it just seems to be easy to just wipe out vast quantities of snowmen. Someone go back here? What is this? What the heck? I didn't know this was back here. Take that, Yeti. Oh, you get an accolade for that. Huh. You get abominable behavior. Awesome. I didn't even know that was even... Okay, we can get a present here. Let's do this. Hidden recipe. I believe these are just snowball piles, yeah, for people who don't have snow guns.
I rule all the lands of ice and snow.
Why is there still a... Still a little green area on the map there. I'm not quite sure what that is,
Feel
but...
the chill of winter's might. I'll be back when the snow falls.
Okay, looks like they already killed it before I was even there. But yeah, there's just one little snow boss here you have to kill at the end. He is pretty easy. Someone soloed him before we even got there. I'm gonna go back over and check this cave out real quick. And but I think that's all there is here. But yeah, definitely check this little cave out. I didn't know this was here, and you can get an accolade. Now let's see if there's a cooldown time. I don't know if there's a cooldown timer for this. Oh, that's interesting. It actually takes you back to Earth space dock. I did not realize that. There is a cooldown timer, so it is a 30-minute cooldown. I wanted to check that out again just to show everyone the boss, but yeah, he already died so quickly that yeah, I didn't get a chance to see him. Nothing too incredibly special. It is just a big snowman. You just got to take him down. He dies very easily if you have snow guns, so nothing to worry about there. Let me scroll up here too. I didn't see... What do we got here? Mysterious box of cookies and treats. Okay. We got rum buttered hot recipe. I'm not even sure what that's used for. Not gonna lie, I have no idea what that is used for. But I did get a few more of the other materials. We got 3 Vulcan meditation incense, targ for earmuffs. Okay. And a mysterious box of cookie treats. So what is this? Oh, that gives you a few more materials. So we got some bowling candles and the Vulcan meditation incense. So it's pretty worth it. You only have to run that a few times to if you want to get a gun. I'm going to get rid of these snowballs because I don't need them. Once you have a snow gun, you don't need those snowballs anymore. But I don't know what this recipe is.
Q is a genius.
Take it to Q Winter Wonderland for a special holiday mission. What? Special holiday mission. Like a DOF mission? I honestly don't know.
Yes, sir.
What is... what is this for? I don't know. It's not very specific. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at a few more vendor items here while we're waiting for the next event, which is, oh, Codes of Conduct. That is the new one.
Bargain.
And I want to go... I want to go check that out. I think, is that it? I think it's at the... Yeah, I think it's this gingerbread house up here is where this is. So yeah, I'm going to head up here. Head up here and check this out. Because I'm pretty sure this is where this is the new Cone of Conduct event takes place. And I see a couple quest givers around here. Let's see what these are. Oh, Neelix is over here. Hi, Neelix.
Happy holidays.
Q has charged me to discover new foods, combine spices in strange new ways, and to boldly bake what no one has baked before. If you bring me a recipe from the Winter Invasion, I'll send you to collect the ingredients. Bring them back to me, and I'll
Let's make a
reward you
tasty
handsomely.
treat together.
Aha. Okay, well that explains what this is for. So you get the, once you get one of these recipes, you come over here to Neelix, and he will give you a quest. Winter Wonderland asked you to collect the ingredients to create rum buttered hot. And return them into winter. You receive the following things. Okay, so you get rum buttered hot, which is basically a food, which gives you a hit point buff. Cool. And it gives you a few more of the currencies. Cool.
Happy holidays.
Q has
Rum buttered hot. Rum buttered hot. Did they go into my quest log somewhere? I don't see it.
Happy holidays.
Where do I find these
Q
ingredients?
has graciously scattered the necessary ingredients
Let's
all
make a
throughout the
tasty
Winter
treat
Wonderland.
together.
You'll never know what you find.
Okay, it is here. Collect the ingredients. Okay, I got the recipe, so I have to get synthale, sugar, and butter. I have no idea where you get these. I don't know if they're just like ground spawns or what. Oh, okay. Someone in the comments did say the pie eating contest was still here. I was looking for this in my last video and I couldn't find it. And someone in the the comments section said you could still find the pie eating contest. It is over here. Okay, I'll do this after Cones of Conduct, which is just about to start, so I don't want to start the pie eating contest right away. I'll have to see where you can get the materials for this
Let's make a tasty
rum
treat
buttered
together.
hot quest. Oh, look at all the happy gingerbread villagers.
Help! The snowmen aren't taking too kindly to our building a village in their territory, and they're planning an attack.
Okay, snowmen are going to attack. And there's a big green circle here. I'm assuming that's where it is. Okay, Cones of Conduct. The gingerbread village needs your help. 30 seconds. Okay. Looks like here is the snow cone. Snow cone defense system. Okay. This event is hilarious. The syrupometer? Seriously? The syrupometer. Okay, there's a syrupometer. What's over here?
We need to activate our village defender.
Snowmometer? The
We need to
snowmometer?
build a Snow-conian. Collect ice and syrup and deliver it to the town center.
No, you shall not destroy these houses. Die, snowmen. Okay, so what do we gotta do here? Okay, so what do we got here? Take item. Got shaved ice. 2 shaved ice. 3 shaved ice. Why can't I target these things? I'm having trouble targeting them here. Tab doesn't seem to want to do it. So I'm assuming we gotta take the snow ice over here to the snow meter. Deliver.
We need fuel for our village defense system. Please collect flavor.
Okay, sorry. Let me deliver this ice before I talk to that person. Deliver ice. Deliver ice. Okay, I think that was all the ice I had. So it looks like the ice drops from just killing the snowman. But it looks like we also need these things, which I'm assuming must be the syrup? Yep, flavored syrup. There we go. So I got... Oh no. No, they froze me. So when I froze, my guns started shooting off to the side. That was quite hilarious. Pain, let me go. Okay. Okay, let's deliver some more ice. And let's deliver some syrup. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, okay, and then it squirts it into the snow cone. Gotcha. We're both harvesting it. Did we both get it? Well, I got some, so we'll go ahead and throw it here into the syrupometer. Okay. Wow, this is taking a while. Flavored syrup. I see. So you're melting the candy. That is what allows you to claim the syrup. Gotcha. Looks like the syrup... Ow. Oh crap, they're gonna freeze me. See if I can get out of line of sight here. Deliver some more syrup. No. It froze me. Let's get some more syrup here. So you can see the bars are filling up. It's almost like a battle zone or something type event where it has the little meters. Okay, why is this not working here? There we go. Looks like we definitely need more syrup. The snow meter is much more full. So come on, let's deliver some syrup here. Looks like grape flavored syrup. Oh crap.
The Snow Overlord is attacking.
The heck? Snow. There's the Snow-conian. Snow-conian current health. Okay, I don't get it. It says heal the Snow-conian with shaved ice. Okay, how do you do that?
Whoa! Did you see that?
You put it in the shaved ice thing? Okay, so delivering ice to the... Holy cow, he's getting destroyed. Can you get some more ice over there? Oh no.
The Snow Overlord has frozen one of our buildings.
Uh-oh, he froze a building. You can see that building over there is like definitely frozen. Okay, let's heal up our Snow-conian here. I think we failed that first part of the event though, because I didn't see the bars fill all the way up. And it just went to the next part of the event. Come on, Snow-conian, kill him. Okay, why don't we use our shaved ice gateway on this dude. There you have a gumdrop bomb.
By my buttons, we've lost another building.
Come on, gingerbread defenders, throw them snowballs.
The Snow-conian has been hurt. Give it more syrup to help it heal.
More syrup, huh? Okay. Need some syrup. Let's go get some syrup.
Please stop the Snow Overlord before he freezes another building.
We're trying. Okay, so yeah, there's one of the buildings he froze. There's another one. Yep, so apparently just delivering...
The Snow-conian is back in the fight.
I'm kind of curious. I don't know if you're supposed to be... Whoa, holy cow. He just like shot me halfway across the map.
Another gingerbread building lost to the Snow Overlord.
Uh-oh. We're failing hard here. We lost 3 buildings. We have another gumdrop bomb. Boom. He's hurt. Oh crap, what is that for? Oh no, he's gonna freeze another one. No, kill him. Get him, Snow-conian. So I don't know if we're doing... I'm not doing like hardly any damage at all to him. I don't know if like the Snow-conian is doing most of the damage. And kind of the idea is you have to keep the Snow-conian alive by, you know, bringing ice and syrup to the center there. Oh crap.
You did it! You helped to defeat the Snow Overlord.
Okay, we did it.
Thank you for your help. The villagers
Thank you,
would like you to
Snow-conian.
have this reward for saving our home.
Oh, okay, so here's the shaved ice turret. And there's the snowball turret. Okay, so those are the other equipment you can get. And here's the Snow-conian. Doesn't he look happy? Thank you, Mr. Snow-conian. You've saved the gingerbread village. Yeah, so these are the other items. I'm actually tempted to pick one of them up. Those are definitely very nice in the Tides of Ice, which is the next event. Which I definitely want to check that out. Tides of Ice is where more like a defense mission where you have to stop all the
Happy holidays!
the Borg snowmen from coming down the lanes, and since it is a defense type mission, turrets and things are very useful because they're like a fixed position that you're defending, and turrets are great for that. And these explosive gumdrops, these aren't what I thought. I thought they were more like chronoton mines, but they're actually, you have to detonate them. So not sure, not sure how happy I am with those. Probably a turret, I think, would be better in this. That's what I'm going to go and invest in that when we get back to the village. But yeah, before I leave the gingerbread area, I do want to try this pie eating contest. Eat as many pies as you can before the timer expires. All right. Okay, pies eaten 2. Oh, okay, I remember now. I remember this event. So certain pies take a lot longer to eat and are thus not that good. So I think the smaller pies are the good ones to eat because you can eat them so much faster? Yeah. Yeah, so eat these smaller pies. The larger pies take so much time to eat. This one's actually taking quite a while too. The larger pies take a long time to eat, and then you can't eat as many during the time. Like this one, look how long that's taking to eat. That one's taking a real long time too. This one? Yeah, this is a nice fast one. So, I mean, it is pretty random. It depends also on what spawns you're going to be getting. 11 pies, 12 pies. Can I get one more? Do I get credit for this one even though the event ended? That is my question. You do! Haha! So if you start one pie before the end, even if you finish, you still get credit. So I ate 13 pies. What does that give me? I'm finished. You're done. Let's see what you did. Count pies. You ate 13 pies. Collect reward. What do we get? I only got one of each of the currency. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. And that's pretty quick. Quick event. Is there a cooldown? Okay, so yeah, there's a 15-minute cooldown on the pie eating. Probably definitely worth it. I mean, you can see how quick that was. It was just a 1-minute quest, and you could see you got quite a bit of... Well, I mean, you get one of each of the materials, which, you know, that's almost as much as you get from some of the other events that take a lot longer. So that's probably good to do if you do head up here for the Cones of Conduct event. Definitely eat some pies. Like I said, your first goal should be definitely to pick up a snow gun. That's kind of your first priority. So just do a few events. You know, do a few events as much as you can to just save up. It takes about 8 of each of the currencies. Save up enough to... I don't know if I need this shaved ice anymore. But save up enough to get that ice gun. Invest in that first, and then the rest of the events from there on out will be a lot easier. They'll go a lot quicker, and you'll be able to participate a lot better. So I think I'm almost out of events here. The last one is the Tides of Ice, and that starts in 1 minute. Ooh. So I wanted to pick up one of these new turrets. Okay, Candy Cane Caltrops, Snowball Turret, Candy Cane Caltrops. There's a mortar. Mortars have kind of a slow rate of fire, so I might stay away from that. Got the shaved ice turret. That's one of the new ones.
I have winter items.
Let's try
for
that.
A bargain.
Shaved ice turret. I'm going to go ahead and put that in here instead of these gumdrop bombs. My big thing with those, like that type of ability where you have to detonate it, is the animation is so long. Even though they can be very effective, situationally effective, they just take so
Assimilated
long.
snowmen are approaching the gate to the Winter Wonderland. They will arrive in 1 minute.
Uh-oh, 1 minute. We have to defend against the Borg snowmen. So Tides of Ice, now if I remember correctly, this is what I ended up farming the most last year. And I think this does give the most amount of reward for the effort. It does take a bit of time though, because you do have to defend for quite a while. So I hope there are other people here, because this is definitely an event where you benefits from having a lot of other people present. It's not something you can solo, that's for sure. You gotta at least have at least one person on each lane, if not more. But as you can see, there's the 4 lanes. The Borgs spawn up at the top and they kind of make their way down, and you gotta prevent them. Let's join the battle. There we go. They start up at the top and they come down the lanes, and you have to try to stop them from getting down here into the middle area. I'm gonna run up here and see what we've got going on. So we got this guy in that lane.
Snowmen are coming down Crimson Cube and Gold Sphere lanes.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw a turret down here. Oh my gosh, 4 minutes. Okay, turret, you watch that lane.
Snowmen are coming down Crimson Cube and Gold Sphere lanes.
Okay, this is gonna be rough. Okay, that person put a turret there. We got these 2 people here, so it looks like it's only 3 of us. This is gonna be rough. Oh, wait, 1 complete. That's not too bad. Okay, these ice turrets are pretty cool. Looks like it does fire in a cone. That is nice.
Snowmen are coming down Crimson Cube and Gold Sphere lanes. Snowmen are coming down Crimson Cube lane.
It's kind of funny. It almost feels like a MOBA because you have these towers up here that actually help you out. Okay, turret's still there.
Snowmen are coming down Crimson Cube lane.
And you can see here that here's the 4 lanes.
Fahrenheit is irrelevant. Celsius is irrelevant.
Okay.
Snowmen are coming down Crimson Cube and Gold Sphere lanes.
Well, they seem to be coming down these 2 middle lanes. That's kind of strange. I don't know if it's just helping us out here because there's so few of us here.
Gold Sphere lane. Snowmen are coming down Crimson Cube and Gold Sphere lanes.
I could put down another turret, but I don't... Oh, crap, I'm frozen. No, don't hurt me. Okay, I'm gonna put down another turret. Oh, no, I can't. It's got 2 minutes left. You see right there that... I love the cone...
Snowmen are coming down Crimson Cube and Gold Sphere lanes.
Yeah, so far it's only been these 2 lanes. I wonder if it's forgiving of if it like scales to the amount of people here. Because I know when there's a lot of people
All
here,
lanes clear. Defend the fortress.
when there's a lot of people here, you have to defend all 4 lanes. I mean, they will spawn in all 4 lanes.
All lanes clear. Defend the fortress.
Okay, those 2 people are there. I'm going to stay over on this lane. Yeah, do you see you get rewards for each wave? That's why it's... I think that's why I ended up farming this the most. It just seems to give the most reward. Because you get rewards after each wave. Each wave is pretty quick. And then you get another reward at the end.
Snowmen are coming down Crimson Cube and Gold Sphere lanes.
That's actually really good. If they made it so it only comes down 2 lanes, if you know, based on the
Snowmen
number
are
of
coming
people
down
here,
Crimson Cube lane.
that really helps a lot. Used to be this event would be really hard to complete if there weren't a lot of people here. But honestly, this is not too bad.
All lanes clear. Defend the fortress.
Now, here's another thing I actually remember is once you get to the later waves, the Snowborg on the side lanes would start spawning down here at the second wall. I mean, you can kind of see how this is shaped. There's 2 walls. This is a wonder if you're discontent.
All lanes clear. Defend the fortress.
Each lane has 2 walls. Oh, yes. Okay, so yes, they are spawning over here now. Yep. Okay, it's not good. It's not good.
Snowmen are coming down Black Diamond lane.
Okay, let's see if I can get a turret down here to help defend.
Snowmen are coming down Black Diamond lane.
Okay. So yeah, they do. Oh, yeah, here they are, way over here. So yeah, once you get to the, I guess it's wave 7. Looks like once you get to wave 7, the Borg start spawning on the side lanes. No, they're getting through.
All lanes clear. Defend the fortress.
I don't think all lanes are clear, Mr. Gingerbread Man. Oh, there we go. There was a good one.
Snowmen are coming down Blue Lozenge lane.
Oh crap, they froze me. No,
All
stop
lanes
them.
clear. Defend the fortress.
Yeah, as I was trying to say, you can see kind of how this map is constructed, where each lane has 2 walls of ice, and then there's 2 turrets above each wall. Or one turret above each wall, 2 total.
All lanes clear. Defend the fortress.
Looks like this person...
All lanes clear. Defend the fortress.
That person's got that pretty well under control.
All lanes clear. Defend the fortress.
Cool, so wave 8, you can see we've already gotten a bunch. So you can see if you last for all 10 waves, plus the reward at the end, it is actually pretty good for getting the vendor currency.
Your code will be connected to services.
All lanes clear. Defend the fortress.
There you go, the cone is doing good work. And the second trigger. You can just line up right where they spawn. This person is doing a really good job over there holding that spot.
All lanes clear. Defend the fortress.
That's that secondary trigger on the gun, on the caramel gun is actually pretty good.
All lanes clear. Defend the fortress.
Now, it looks like these people over here are getting a little overwhelmed. Better come over here and help.
Resistance is futile.
Resistance.
All lanes clear. Defend the fortress.
Alright, here we go. Wave 10 is the board queen. Okay, board queen, here, have some, have a shaved ice gateway. Have some gingerbread.
All lanes clear. Defend the fortress.
There we go. And I thought there was a bigger reward at the end. I guess it just looks like one gratitude beads. But see, if you get that all through 10 waves, that adds up really quickly. And you can get multiple of each material through the entire event. But though, as you can see, for this one, the guns are really, really helpful. If you're just using the regular throwing snowballs, you really aren't helping very much because you get overwhelmed so quickly. You need one of the snow guns. And honestly, the other little devices, as you can see, help quite a bit too. Alright, so I believe that is it, because the next one is back to the competitive race. So that is all of the event. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, sugar. Okay, so it looks like the to get the ingredients for the rum buttered hot recipe, they are just random spawns around on the ground. I'm assuming you can just find them lying around. You run around the Winter Wonderland area and pick them up, and then you can go turn them into Neelix. But yeah, but to get that recipe, if you remember, I got that from the queue, which is the, not queue, but the event queue, the mission, the invasion queue, that's it.
Yeast is good for business.
That is where I got that recipe, and then that opens up that Neelix quest. So that's another little thing you can do. I didn't actually know about that until this, until just now, so. Alright, so that is all the events. I guess I will just close out quickly and by taking a look at what else is in the vendor, because I didn't quite make it through everything. I did make it through, I believe, up to the... So we went through the new weapons, went through the cosmetics. I think we made it down here to the kit modules. I did review this in my last video as well, but as you can see, there are some nice kit modules you can get. Once you get your gun, you should be able to participate in these events and farm up enough to get all these kit modules. These are actually, some of them are really pretty good. I definitely recommend you might as well just pick them all up anyway. Based on what class you are. If you have alts, I would recommend doing this on your alts as well. From last year, I remember the endothermic induction field is very good for science characters. The flash freeze bomb is also like a transvasic bomb for engineers. It's a long animation on that. But it is nice because it does freeze the enemies, so it is pretty cool. And the cryo grenade I really, really like as well. Since all of these abilities have a slow effect to them, that makes them pretty nice. It makes me like them more than just the pure damage abilities, because the slow effect, you know, keeps the mobs from scattering and does a nice job of slowing things down. Even sometimes they'll proc a hold that will encase the enemy in a block of ice. So I definitely recommend picking these all up for sure. And they're not too expensive, as you just need 15 of each of the currencies. But the new ones here, the ones from last year are still there, which is good. But the new ones here are the cryogenic stasis field, which is a fragile hold for science. I haven't tested this out yet, but we'll have to see how that goes. It does do damage over time, so it might be good. But fragile holds are not generally that great, just because they break so quickly. But if the damage over time is still decent, it might be worth it. This one I'm really excited about. I do want to try this out, the Cryo Mine Barrier. This is very similar to the Chronoton Mine Barrier for engineers. And having that same effect as a Chronoton mine barrier and also having the slow effect would be very cool. So definitely want to pick that up and test that out. And this one I also want to try too. This one adds your attacks deal an additional 15% damage as cold and apply a run speed debuff. Again, very nice. Slows down your enemies and extra damage. So that could be a good tactical kit as well. So definitely pick these up. They look very promising. You do have your vanity pets. You've got your snowman pet from a couple years ago. You got your abominable snowman from last year. And then this is the new one, the Snow-conian pet. And I will go ahead and buy this one. And take a look at it here. Alright, there we go. There's the Snow-conian. Did it go into my bar right away? Doesn't look like it. But here we go. Let's pull out a... Why does it look like I still got my gun out? There we go. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull out the Snow-conian. Yeah, that is a cool pet. That's very cool. I like the 6 eyes, making it look like a Snow-conian. Very cool. He's got even a little sound effect and a little steam coming off the snow cone there. Pretty cool. Pretty cool little pet. So if you're into the little vanity pets, definitely check that out. And let's go down here to the very bottom, because after the pets is the warp cores. These are a bit more expensive. These are the most expensive item, so these take the most work of farming if you want to get these. I would still recommend getting them just because they are part of the Breen set. So they are worth it.
Man can hear profit in the wind.
The Breen set is a decent set. It's a more of a tanking type set, but you know, if you do, you know, since these are a part of the set and you can only get them in the winter event, it's worth picking them up. Yeah, they do give EPS, which is not too bad. So they're not as good as some of the, you know, the amp warp cores and whatnot, but like if you're just starting out as a level 60, you need a decent warp core. That's good, and also they give you a singularity core as well if you're a Romulan. So, and they're part of the set. And then finally, this is something new this year as well. So this is a new bridge officer ability for space, which is kind of cool. So this gives you endothermic inhibitor beam. It's an engineering ability, which is kind of odd. It sounded more like a science type ability, but it is engineering. And it might be pretty decent. You just have to see how it scales with particle gen.
Can hear profit in the wind.
When I looked at this, yeah, so it does benefit from particle gen. So it is an exotic damage ability, and it could be pretty good on a science character. If you have an exotic damage build like my Vesta build that I was using in some of my previous videos, this would probably go really well with that. And the fact that it's engineering is pretty interesting too, because then it won't take up a science slot. And it might even be nice because it might also be on a separate cooldown from your science abilities. So it might be good. It also does debuff the target's shields by, so it is a shield hardness debuff, which would increase incoming damage, which would also be very good. So this could actually be a nice little ability. I'll have to see how that tests out. But that's not too expensive. The most expensive thing is definitely those warp cores.
A wise man can hear profit in the wind.
Alright everyone, so that is it. That is all of the events. Hopefully that helped out so you can see what you have to do for each of these events. And hopefully that helps explain the different currencies as well. I know some people are confused about, you know, what you have to do to get the ship and what you have to do to get the epos, and then just what you do to get the regular vendor currency. Hopefully I explained that well enough. And yeah, just have fun. This is the winter event. It's going on until, well, how far is it going? It goes until like mid-January, I believe. So it is going for quite a while. Remember to save at least 25 days to get the Breen ship. You got to run the fastest game on ice 25 times to get the Breen ship.
Q is a genius.
Does it actually say? Yes, January 15th. Yep, middle of January. So You have a while, but you do have to save 25 days for the ship. And I will definitely be working for that ship, and I will definitely do a video on that when I get it. It'll be right around Christmas time when you complete the ship. So expect a video on that for sure. The ship this year does look quite promising. You can actually see it hovering here above Q's head in the middle of the zone. Pretty mean looking ship, and I'm very much looking forward to giving it a test drive. The stats look quite promising, so it might actually be quite good. So there it is. Winter event 2015. The new Snow-conian thing was pretty fun. All the events from previous years are still there. You can enjoy those. And yeah, just have fun, enjoy your farming. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.